All right. Hey, Randall. Roland.
Do you need a hand or something? You know, you're lucky I don't have 6 fingers, or I'd give you 4 middle fingers instead of just 1.
Chill the frick out. Why are you so obnoxious? And the room you gave me, did you use it as a dump?
A dump? That's our executive suite. I'm sorry you're not pleased with the accommodations.
Let's see. Well, the toilet is clogged, the bed isn't done, and there's hair on the sheets.
Oh, maid? Maid? This gentleman's toilet is clogged. Oh, that's right. She's dead.
Whoa, okay, you know what? You know what? I have the means to get myself a decent room, whether you agree or not.
Well, alright, buddy. I've been clearly outplayed. You go use your crude little lock-picking device, human, and see what it gets you.
You're a dick. Who lived there? A pack of mole rats?
Just as if, my good man, we put a lovely woman named Piper in there.
Piper? Whoa, whoa, Piper from Fallout 4? What? Who's Piper?
Oh, well, she's one of our lovely guests that consumed almost all of the remaining food supplies and defecates in toilets that don't even flush anymore. Which I can all smell, by the way!
I did not know Piper was unhygienic.
I'm shocked. Shocked! You of all people are a quitter.
I'm just backing out of the conversation. Calm the hell down. Okay, James told me you were the go-to guy if I wanted some special books.
Oh, right. That's me, alright. The go-to guy for the special books right here. Good old Roland.
Help me, you... Okay. So where can I find some issues of Guns and Bullets or other...
I don't know. It's a goddamn library. Why don't you look around, asshole?
Isn't hiding books against the whole purpose of the library?
You know, believe it or not, I used to actually care about this place. Oh, yeah. It was my sole purpose in this existence, after all. So, when I see a bunch of reckless Neanderthals utilizing these books for the most distasteful of purposes, as well as wearing them out before any future generations can enjoy them, I decided it was best to put them away for safekeeping. Sue me.
Why do I even know you? Why are you so obnoxious?
Well, it's not my fault. I had abusive parents and they, used to hit me.
You don't have parents. You have a creator. When you said daddy's boy earlier, did you refer to James and why?
Huh? Oh, well. When did you take an interest in the interpersonal politics of a bunch of soulless machines?
You don't act like you're soulless. Tell me about this Piper fellow.
Oh, well, she's one of our lovely guests that consumed almost all of the remaining food supplies and defecates in toilets that don't even flush anymore.
That's strange.
Which I can all smell, by the way.
Oh, right. I get it. I get it. And in detail, please.
In detail? Rather tall, one hand with 3 fingers, cool eye patch, dirty as hell, spoke loudly, snored louder, spilled blood all over the place. It took a whole 6 months to get better. Scolded our master about some obscure shit and I couldn't care less about, and it finally went away.
Spills blood all over the place. 6 months?
You know, I read how the typical adult human body contains 5 to 6 liters of blood, but it doesn't really register until you see so much of it pulled out on the ground in front of you.
What the hell's wrong with you, dude?
It took 4.7 hours for our maintenance boss to scrub it all away. What a mess. Luckily, Helena took that bloody disaster to the infirmary before it spread to the Persian rug.
There's a Persian rug here?
Yeah, well, she was all messed up. Your organics take forever to kind of heal back to some kind of semblance of a working order. Even then, you're never 100% again. I'm glad I'm not one of you. Anyways, why don't you go ask Helena? She'll elaborate more on this.
Oh,
Jeez.
alright. Okay. Calm your freaking robotic
Well,
tits.
since we're besties now, I could try, but honestly, Alright, I'll give it a shot. Try me.
We're not besties. Bye, Roland.
Come back soon.
No. No. Why do I even know you? What's this room? What the hell? Huh. Book collector. Is this like one giant game of... Ooh! Thank you. One giant game of Find Waldo? Nothing else in here. Oh, at least the water is like actually clean. I don't need to sleep yet either. Okay. Oh, I would love to play these games with actual human people. Oh, refrigerator. Nothing good to eat. Where the hell is Storyteller when you need him? He would love this place. Cafeteria, common room. I don't know where I am, and it's causing me some distress. What's this place? Oh wow, they have an actual fancy ass cafeteria here. Caravan lunch, desert salad. Okay, I don't have to worry about hunger or thirst in this place. This is crazy cool. Maybe I can actually have companions live here. I think that would be pretty nice. Oh, clinic. Let's go to clinic. We'll meet Helena and like mess with her. Oh, I accidentally took out my weapon. Am I going the right way? Oh, clinic. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, and cafeteria. Yeah. All right. Really enjoying the music, by the way. Oh, it's another Protectron. I'm expecting a Mr. Gutsy with like stuff.
Welcome. How may I help you?
I'm just curious. Hey, this is the first thing I saw. So, there is a plastic dino in a cage on your desk. Something is obviously eluding me.
Ah, it's a special something. I'm glad you asked. As a matter of fact, it's a symbol. Can you guess what it is supposed to represent?
You sound hot. The caged beast, a reminder of human violence built up inside themselves? Maybe. I'm guess the first one.
That's interesting. You're not the first to tell me this. It is that, of course, but also many other things. But the fact that you chose this interpretation is what's important.
Well, I'm sort of supposed to be a smart guy.
What the dino is for me. A way of knowing our guests.
Oh. Making your patients waste their breath. You truly are a doctor. Wow, I'm not a jerk. Okay, my character's supposed to be enlightened, so. Are you sure it is nothing more? After all, it is you who chose to put these symbols on your desk.
I am a machine. I will never understand symbols or interpret their meanings on my own. But I know humans can. But surely, you're not just here to talk about our plastic friend. How can I help you?
I'm just trying to get to know everyone here. What kind of help do you provide?
I am programmed to treat a wide array of human traumas. Do you need treatment?
Nah, just... Wait. This one? Oh, man. I'm not a sarcastic dick, okay? Come on. Pond, toilet, pond, river, tap, you name it, I drink it. I'm radical like that, a little too rad. I don't need help for now.
Perfect.
Thank you, Helena. Why is my character such a dick? I have questions about you and your robotic fellows.
Is this about us in general? Or about one of us specifically?
Roland. Please tell me about Roland. Please tell me about Roland.
Roland. What of him?
Was your master some kind of masochist to program a robot to be that obnoxious? The first one.
A little bit, yes. Our master needed to stay focused. Even if we each provided a form of stimulation, we were more or less yes men to him. He needed something to push him out of his boundaries from time to time. So to keep his fighting spirit alive, he programmed Roland. And as for why he allowed Roland to be offensive to our guests, I suppose he thought that it was critical for our guests to have at least a modicum of patience or self-derision.
Interesting. How do I handle him?
Please keep in mind that whatever you tell him, he will use it at the first occasion to irritate you. He's both clever and persistent. That said, I remember 2 people that managed to avert his vigorous badgering.
Who were they?
As time went by, our master seemed more and more amused by Roland's provocations. In the end, every time Roland tried to taunt our master, he shrugged it off with a laugh. As for the other one, it was our first guest, Piper.
Yeah, who's Piper? And is there a reason why Roland gave me Piper's old room?
I don't know. For now, I don't know enough about you to draw any parallel between the 2 of you. Ask me when we know each other a little better.
And what's the deal with Piper then?
Strong character. Piper had seen many things and lived a whole lot of experiences outside. Survived the Holocaust too.
Alright. There's some other stuff I want to ask. And let's see, it's regarding... What's with the hat and boots?
Well, Roland forbids me to tell that story, but I'm not supposed to follow his orders anyway. It's a rather amusing story, to be honest. As you know, our master defined Roland to be offensive and irritating in great variety of ways. And there was one method which he was very proficient with. Impersonation. Seeing how we resemble each other physically, the only way our master could differentiate us at the time was our voice modules. Then one fine day, Roland discovered he could mimic both my and James's voices. He'd then pass up as one of us and act as if he was malfunctioning. For a time, our master bought it and went to great troubles trying to repair us, until he realized that Rollo was mocking him all along. So he put a cowboy hat and star on him so he could never fool him again. Later, he decided to paint us all and give us some visual identity.
Alright.
I could tell you it gets better with time, but I would be lying.
You can lie? Well, tell me about yourself, Helena.
Oh, I assure you there is nothing much to know about me. I examine, I treat, I stitch. When I'm not, I try to develop my psychoanalytical skills, which is quite difficult.
Are you that good with a scalpel, though? I might need your services in the future.
I treated quite my share of traumas during the last decades. Most of the time, our guests arrive in need of medical attention.
I'm then be skeptical when a robot tells me about its psychological skills.
I'm hearing you. To be truthful, I shared the same skepticism, if only to a certain extent, though I doubt my own skills. I have reason to think that machines will ultimately be able to provide this kind of service to humans. Let me take the surgery machine, for instance. It doesn't understand what it does, but it can heal human bodies all the same. In the same manner, machines with no conceptual comprehension of the human mind might provide some of the support it needs.
Interesting. And tell me about these difficulties. I might be able to upgrade you.
It's frustrating. Having all this theoretical knowledge of human psyche without any personal experience of human feelings and internal conflicts. It's like having a blindfold, preventing me from seeing something I've been touching for decades.
Interesting. No. That's a handful for sure. Look at me, for instance. I have no idea what I'll be eating tonight. I'm at a loss here. How am I supposed to have something useful to pitch to that? Good luck with that, I suppose. I'll help in any way I can. If possible.
You're kind. I might take you up on your offer sometime.
Okay. Let's just go with I know about you for now.
Do you wish to talk about something else?
All of you in general.
Well, we abide to our programming, which is restrictive for some parts and very permissive for others. Besides our ability to emulate most human emotions, our main difference with traditional personality simulations is that we can learn and evolve.
Evolve. I'm really curious about that.
By questioning what we have learned, daily, we process all newly acquired information and compare it with our current knowledge. We analyze, appraise, and question what we know, and use it to build a new perspective. Although the learning process is very intuitive to humans. It is an incredibly complex process to AI like us. We have to prioritize and value every new lesson, every new idea, every new concept through careful examination and confrontation. A good analogy is the one of a crippled learning to walk with synthetic legs. In the same manner, we learn how to think with the synthetic brain.
Interesting. And how is it restrictive?
Besides the fact that we have to enforce our basic protocols, namely to protect humans, protect the library, protect ourselves, we are restricted in our behaviors by preset personalities. For example, my own neurocomputational matrix is programmed to be supportive, helpful, and comforting. When Roland, for another example, is programmed to be obnoxious, disobedient, and
Lol.
provocative.
That's true. What happens when two of your protocols contradict each other? Curious about that.
It's something our master called a grey area in our program. This occurrence arose once when we had to defend ourselves from a gang of slavers. They were a threat to the library, but they also were humans. Repelling them without any casualties wasn't possible. We were stuck in some kind of loop, unable to react appropriately. Our master was the one to provide the solution by directly ordering us to bypass all protocols, defend the library, and kill the invaders.
Interesting. And why did your master program you that way?
He never told us why he did so. But when we talk about it among ourselves, it is rather clear that he made us so he wouldn't feel so lonely. To this day, I still ask myself if we succeeded.
Even asking yourself is like a huge, huge step forward in your AI. You know that, right? Any hidden protocols?
I know what you're talking about. Wasn't it a great book? And no, there's no zeroth law or protocol in our program. Well, as far as I know. Oh, God, I hate thinking about this. Anyway, the only thing that can make us bypass our protocols is a direct order from our master.
Cool. And I'm guessing this means you're almost human.
Almost human is still far away from the real deal. The only goal of these programmed emotions is to give more verisimilitude to our interactions with humans. Nothing more. Acting like we feel something is not feeling. I can recite a poem with proper tone and rhythm, but not understand its emotional significance.
You've been quite helpful.
Yes?
Can I ask you about James?
Ah, James. Isn't he a sweet fellow?
Yeah, what's with his weird questions? And he's very diligent as well.
He couldn't resist, could he? I told him this would make our guests uneasy. Shortly put, he is programmed to ask all kinds of questions, to be curious of the outside world and people. Because of this, our master decided he would be the first to talk to new guests. He's the one managing this vault's relation with the outside.
I see. He is very diligent when it comes to the library's safety. Is he some kind of leader for you all?
For some matters, yes. Even if we all have our field of authority. As for the library, since we have limited resources to ensure its perpetuation, he is the one to make long-term decisions.
And okay, if he's so curious about the outside world and people, why doesn't he go out himself? Oh wait, it's part of your protocol. I'll need to know that then. Does he have some kind of curious and morbid curiosity about death and murder?
We are all programmed to try and understand what we can't grasp. For us, intuitive concepts like dreams, sensations, or feelings are elusive. There's a chasm between humans and us, and despite the odds, we have to work every day to find a way to cross it. That's how we are made. We are constantly chasing concepts that escape us.
Interesting. Maybe I can help you guys with that.
Yes.
I'm really curious about this, but I may have some questions about you guys in the future, but in the meantime, I need to,
Yes?
like, you know, talk about the previous guest, Piper.
I will help you as much as I can, as long as you don't ask me to breach medical confidentiality.
Oh no, I'm just asking what's the deal with Piper.
Strong character. Piper had seen many things and lived a whole lot of experiences outside. Survived the Holocaust too.
Okay.
And they are?
Enough with Roland.
I could tell you it gets better with time, but I would be.
It's alright. Okay. In the meantime,
Yes?
I think that's it. We'll talk later, Helena. Thank you.
Anytime.
Cartwright would oversee this process and act as the library's caretaker. When it was time, all would gather for shelter, seal the doors behind them.
What? What are you doing? What are you doing?
This portal. Oh.
Called for.